Welcome to Wakizashi's Teahouse, Gray's Pick and Mix. Hey, hello, how you doing? It's Gray over at Wakizashi's Teahouse in Japan. I hope you're good. I hope you're Genki. This is a bit of I lost track of time there. I was actually reading a comic and I lost track of it. So let's see. I think we have somebody in the chat. We got Fear Monarch. How are you doing, mate? You remember the time change? I'm still trying to get used to it, I tell you. It's currently 8:07 p.m. in Japan, which I think makes it maybe 6:05 in the morning on the East Coast in the States. So yeah, there we go. Quality's not looking good though, not sure why. Let me just double check. Okay, here we go. Yes, okay, nice one. So, what's going on? Anything exciting? Do you have any good comic book news? Anything that you've read from the last week which has caught your eye? If you've got any recommendations, do let me know. Do shout them out. I'd love to hear from you because I've been, I tell you, I don't know, not losing faith, but a little bit kind of lost the love of comics, especially new comics, new stuff recently. So what I need to do, I need to get my fix of the good, the old stuff, which I've been going back to quite a bit. Hey, how you doing? Where are we? Tom O'Hanley's good. Good to see you, man. Watching from Canada. It's 7 a.m. in Canada, is it? Okay, nice one. I tell you, man, it's been a weird week because I didn't get that many new comics read, but I really enjoyed going back to the Invisibles, Grant Morrison. Gray's looking toasty. Am I? Oh, yeah, it's freezing here, mate. That's why. There's no heat on at the moment. So, where are we? Yeah, I've just got like extra layers on. It's not even that cold. It's like 15 Celsius, which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but you know, not freezing. I think 16 is 61. So it's supposedly not too cold, but I'm getting old and I feel the cold more. Good to see you though. Thanks for dropping in, man. Yeah, I don't know what to think about new releases at the moment. So we're going to talk about some stuff that's come out. Yeah, we will. We'll cover it. But yeah, not the most exciting week last week. But what was I talking about? I was talking about Grant Morrison doing the Invisibles with Jim from Weird Times Comics, and we just did a kind of deep dive, long review for issue 13, volume 1, issue 13, which is the first part of Lord Fanny's origin story. It also continues the Invisibles story as well, so it's great. You get this kind of mix of going back in time to see how Lord Fanny was formed. Really hard to pronounce names of the old Aztec and Mayan gods. The only one I can almost say is Quetzalcoatl, something like that. Anyway, so you get that. You get also some cool Kingpin action. Yeah, it's good. It's really cool. And what do you call it? It's like, it's a really well done, without being completely over the top, realization of a trans character in a comic book. From 1996, 95, 96, years ago. Grant Morrison's not hitting you over the head with a hammer or a mallet, like telling you have to like this and how amazing this character is, because he's, he was too good of a storyteller to do that. Yeah, I'm talking about current day, aren't I, at the moment? Evening Grey says, you're balmy. Good to see you, man. And Fear Monarch. Yeah, I think it's, 45. What I always remember, going back to the weather, yeah, crazy temperature numbers. I remember it's easy to reverse. 16 Celsius is you reverse it. It's 61 Fahrenheit. So it says it's 15 here. So that's pretty good, isn't it? What, like 58, 57? And here's me all wrapped up. So cold. Anyway, so what else has been going on? I don't know. Talk about trying to get excited with new comics, but not really. But anyway. Come on, without further ado, let's get on with some comic news. That's what that's what you're going for, right? What I've got to do is share my screen. Let's make Grey small. I'm always like, I can't get used to like not talking my way through it. Oh, there we go. How's that? There. See, I can do stuff. I can press buttons and make OBS kind of work for me. So this is going back to last week. Yeah, last week's picks of the week from me, last week's recommendations. I'll tell you what, there weren't many, really. But there was a few surprises. There were a few surprises. Let's have a look. As you know, if you saw my video from last month, it's every 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago's Amazing Spider-Man, I've had enough, just dropped it. So I'm not reviewing those anymore. Absolute joke of a series. So that was the second most pulled issue from last week on this site. Nightwing was the top, but I've not been reading Nightwing because I never hear good things about it, about Tom Taylor's current run. So, yeah. The last I saw was a brief clip. Somebody had posted some of the panels from maybe not this issue, but the one before of Dick Grayson, Nightwing, being lectured by a woman on a pirate ship or something. Just yeah, whatever. Okay, World's Finest, The Return to Kingdom Come Part 2. Now, I haven't actually read that yet. I do have a copy. I say it's been a weird week. It's been a kind of lazy week, so I'm trying to get myself hyped up to read comics again. But I've heard it's good. I've heard really good reviews, and I've heard kind of mid reviews as well. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Let's see. What else? Superman Chained. Superman issue 8. Haven't read that either. I was enjoying it, but I don't know. Again, just not feeling it with DC at the moment. Let me get onto something that I have read and that I do want to recommend. This might surprise you. I did drop a review of it, so if you've seen my review, you'll know. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong issue 2. Now this really genuinely did surprise me because I wasn't expecting much from it. I went in kind of, gonna have some fun hopefully, get some Godzilla action, because in issue 1 we didn't really get much until right at the very end. So yeah, this delivers. This is good. You got the big G. I'm not talking about me. The big G going up against Superman, and there's also in a separate story there's a crazy man-bat-like giant kaiju bat monster attacking Gotham City. So you got Batman and some of the Bat family trying to take him down. So that was good too. That was fun. Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm trying to bring up the live stream on my phone so I can manage the chat at the same time, because I'm so un-tech savvy. I haven't figured out how to show comments when I'm on OBS. There we go. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong was good, says, hey, it's Michael. How you doing, Michael? Michael says hello. Good to see you, man. Shout out to Mike. World's Finest. Okay, you said it's awesome. I haven't got around to reading it. I will get there. Looking forward to it. The art in the Godzilla Justice League Kong is really good, isn't it? Yes, I agree. I had a great time with it. If you look at this here, look at on League of Comic Geeks, they've got him listed as Christian Duce-Mommy. That's got to be a typo, hasn't it? I'm sure it's Christian Duce. I don't know if you pronounce it Duce or Duce, but that just made me laugh because I was reading that out of my review and it was too late. I was like, oh Jesus, I read it out as Christian Duce-Mommy. Hey, maybe that's his real name. Sorry, Christian. Brian Buccellato is writing that. And yeah, I say it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm also reading an indie series by him. Issue 3 is due out, I think, either next week or the week after. It's called Midlife. I say it's from Image. It's a How to Hero at 50. That's been fun. That's been good. Kind of like real, kind of slice of life stuff, but with a 50-year-old who suddenly realizes he's got superpowers and how to handle that. Yeah, I've been enjoying that. So I don't know the writer. I don't know what else he's done, but from that series, from Midlife, and from this, yeah, maybe one to look out for, one to follow. Best version of Black Canary I've ever seen, says Michael. Okay. Yes, there was amazing. That panel where she's riding that bike, the motorbike, so cool, looking really good. If you're talking about the Godzilla Kong, I don't know if Black Canary's in World's Finest because I haven't read it yet. Confession, I'm going to get there. But yeah, this was a fun surprise. So do recommend that for anyone who's watching this either live or on the replay. If you've not read it, have a look, give it a shot. And I was going to say it's only $3.99. No, it isn't. Sorry, it's $4.99. Ah well, can't have everything. Okay, let's get back. Last week Wonder Woman. Did anybody read Wonder Woman? That's been hitting all the headlines, hasn't it? Not for all the best reasons. I tell you, somebody kind of gave me access to a review copy, and oh God, no matter what you think of the story, I just struggled to get through Tom King's narration. It's like, Jesus, it's long-winded, it's boring, it's dull. It feels like it takes half an hour to read one page. Now, yeah, I am exaggerating and being hyperbolic, but tell you, man, I wish he could write like fun comic book stories. And then the weird thing is, he kind of does. At the end, there's a backup story in it. It's a backup with Trinity, who is supposedly Wonder Woman's young daughter, but we're not sure yet exactly. And it's her with the Super Sons, with Damian and John, Superman, I don't know which one. Damian Wayne. It's really good. It's really it's a fun, cute, funny story. So it's like, wait a minute. I looked quickly to see who'd written it. It's like, I wonder who wrote this. Was it pretty good? And it said Tom King. It's like, no way. How can he write this really laborious, like a chore to get through, heavily narrated Wonder Woman story where he's got her voices? I don't know what she sounds like, but it's mainly narrated by this crazy old man, Mr. Burns character from The Simpsons, who's running everything. Yeah, just really dull. But anyway, the art is awesome. Apart from the fact that poor Wonder Woman seems to have lost half her chest. Yeah, she's not as voluptuous as she used to be, shall we say. So I didn't enjoy that, but have a look at some of these reviews. People are giving it like 4 stars out of 5. So we're talking 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Okay, there's a 6 there. 10 out of 10. Really high reviews. And okay, there's a couple of mids there. 3 issues in, the narration still only comes from the sovereign, Mr. Burns. Diana has some great action scenes and some funny dialogue in this issue, but they need to start letting us see what she thinks soon. I don't know about good dialogue. Another review here saying, Mr. Sergeant Steele, I am a tolerant woman, but not always a patient one. This quote perfectly describes my problem with this series. The art is astounding and the story is vaguely interesting, but the entire thing is so overwritten. There you go, this guy, my comic collection, this review, this sums up how I was feeling about it. Every single scene feels like it drags endlessly on and on as characters talk and talk and talk at one another. Yeah, I agree, mate. It's like an episode of Ahsoka. Very slow pace and gaps between each word. That is... That's enough of that. Uttered. Gray, you're utterly bonkers. What are you doing? What are you talking about? Stop that right now. It's getting silly. Okay, so that was it. That was from the top row. So thanks for the recommendation, Michael. I will check out World's Finest. I do have a copy. I just haven't read it yet. Excuses. I know. Avoid Wonder Woman unless you like really heavy narration, but it might be worth having a Sailing the Seven Seas look at it. If you want, just read the backup story, because that was actually good. That was fun. Incredible Hulk issue 6. Good art. A return with, is it Nick Klein? Let me click on there. Need to double check. And it's got a kind of weird zombie Ghost Rider deal going on in here as well. Nick Klein, yes, he's back with this issue. Glad to see him back. I like his horror style art for this, but I don't know. It's feeling a little bit like Monster of the Week at the moment. Incredible Hulk comic doesn't really feel like a Hulk comic at times. It's more of a horror comic with the Hulk in it. If that makes sense. Attack of the Zombie Ghost Rider, it's called here. Charlie reminds Bruce that he's more than a man on the run. He's an Avenger, a hero, and heroes help people. Really? When their travels lead them to a Texas town under attack by dreaded monstrosities known as war devils. Got to take a breath there. That's a long half sentence. It's time for the Hulk to step in. But he rouses an undead spirit of vengeance from his eternal slumber, summoning a 100-year-old Ghost Rider to ride down the Hulk. Jeez Louise, that's one sentence from when to Hulk. Yeah, like three lines. Yeah. Anybody reading the Hulk? at all. Yeah, she looked pretty good there in the Justice League, Godzilla and Kong issue, says Michael. Good point, good point. Green Lantern War Journal was good too. I recommend that too, Michael. I was going to get to that. That's been a bit of a surprise for me. It's Philip Kennedy Johnson who's also writing this, isn't he? Is he? Yes, he is. That's right. For a minute then I was thinking it was Benjamin Percy. So yeah, Phil Kennedy Johnson seems to be can do no wrong at the moment. It's doing really well, but I don't think it's selling that well. The Green Lantern one, the War Journal. Let me click on it here. It's down here on a third row. It's issue 3. John Stewart, the Green Lantern John Stewart story, and it's got a real good kind of sci-fi, almost space fantasy vibe to it, which I'm digging. Sound like an old hippie. Dig it, man. Who is Lantern Shepherd? John Stewart has had his first battle with a deadly new adversary and is infected by the Radiant Dead. Oh my god. Will his powers help slow the spread of this supernatural contagion, or are they transforming him into the most terrifying host imaginable? And who is the powerful young Green Lantern from within the multiverse? Lantern Shepherd. Into the Wild. Yeah, it's been good. I'm enjoying this. I don't know how many issues it's going to run for, though. I've got the feeling sales aren't high. I think I heard Jim talking about it. Sales aren't great, even though we can't really get real, accurate sales numbers for anything, really. So, but worth a look if you're interested in the character or you want a bit of space, sci-fi, fantasy. Yeah, with a little bit of a darker edge to it, with the Radiant Dead. So yes, and by the way, I'm new to Green Lantern. I'm new to all the characters. I read a bit of Grant Morrison's run, which wasn't really into. It was okay. I don't know what's happened to him. I think his recent work has just not been anywhere near as good as back in the good old days of Vertigo. When he was doing Invisibles, Animal Man, Doom Patrol, that kind of thing. I've skipped, but I did read Uncanny Spider-Man issue 4, it's a fun issue. It's good, apart from a horrible moment where they say, okay, they're going to have this really serious conversation between Mystique and Kurt Wagner, and then it basically goes to the next page. See next week's issue of X-Men Blue Origins or something or other, where you get this conversation. It's like, what? They just completely skip it, and they force you to go and pick up another and a very pricey comic book to find out what was said in this story. It's just insane. So I was really enjoying the story until that moment. It's like, wait, that is a dick move, Marvel. What are you doing? Anyone surprised, though? Gunslinger Spawn. I do have a copy. I haven't read it yet, but let me just shout out the art. It's Dexter Soy doing his second issue of it, and it's really good. From what I've seen, I've skimmed through it. The art is really nice. Do like it. Yes. Still enjoying it, though it's not as good as it was, I think. How's it going? Any reviews? There we go. Only one review, unfortunately. I think the sales have died down. The book never fails to deliver, says Red Hood 13. Love seeing more of Gunslinger's backstory, and Dexter Soy is super amazing as always. So dry, listen to me slurping away. Shout out to Norin Rad, just seen you in the chat, mate. How are you doing? Good to see you. It doesn't feel like a Hulk book. Yeah, it's like a Monster of the Week. Fearmonic saying Hulk was great. My rant's over there in Jim's video, but weekly monster punching is what I'm there for. Okay, man, that's cool. Yeah, it's certainly, I'm not saying it's a bad book. I'm just saying, I don't know if it needs to find itself or something, or maybe that's what Philip Kennedy Johnson's going for. He wants that kind of Monster of the Week style to it. So yeah. Michael's saying, I did also get the Jay Garrick Flash issue 2. Was it any good? Void Rivals I read, Michael, but I thought it was okay. It wasn't great. It was just a decent issue. Conan. My God, Conan. How I've missed you. Conan is great. it's a different artist. It's Doug Braithwaite taking over for this, just for this new story. It's a new story in it. Was it out? I thought it was. It's not listed here. I think they've made a mistake because it was released, I'm sure. I had a review copy quite early, so I've got that. But I was looking for the. Hang on a minute. Let's go to this week. Coming out this week, November 29th. There it is. It's listed here. I'm sure that came out. Let's have a look if there are any reviews and we'll see. No reviews are listed. Weird. So you have a copy, do you? So yeah, it must have come out, right? A brand new Conan the Barbarian arc begins. Warrior, thief, pirate. After adventures on the high seas, Conan returns to shore to find himself haunted by his memories of... Now, I never know how to pronounce her name. Is it Belit? Belit or Belit? Captain of the Tigress and Queen of the Black Coast. Can a high stakes heist draw him out of his tortured past? Or will it plunge him deeper into the chaos that has always been waiting for him? Okay, Michael, it was issue 3. Nice one, gotcha. Must be behind. Yeah, but guys, there is I say I got a review copy, but it's got, what do you call it? Titan are very, very cautious, very careful with the review copies, and it has the, what do you call it? Like, you know, it's like watermark basically. It's got the Titan Comics watermark on every page, so yeah, you can't make a review video with it, an early one, or even, you know, get one ready before it comes out to drop it on the day. Very, very sly, very clever by Titan. How dare they? Well, I'm sure there's a copy on pirate sites. That's what I've heard. I'm just saying. Just saying. How did they get that? How did the pirate sites get a copy without the you know, the watermarks, without the Titan? No way. That's crazy. Anyway, get back. Let me just have a quick scan before we go into this week. Have a quick scan of last week's with releases. I think I might have missed one. Batman Off-World, issue 1. That was pretty fun. It's Jason Aaron doing Batman, I think, for the first time, possibly. And it was an interesting, shall we say, sci-fi, science fiction set Batman story. Jim loved it. I thought it was okay. Might be worth a look if you want to see. The art's good by Doug Monk. And this one I want to shout out. It's not that it's amazing, but it was. It's a very nice looking, if you like, indie style. It's a nice looking comic book. It's Dracula issue 2 by James and his Tiny Onion. Martin Simmons on the art. So again, he's got a very indie style to him, like this. I think that's his cover, Martin Simmons. Yes, it is. But it's good. It's verbose, you know, it's written in the style of Dracula, so it's a little bit Victorian style to it, but yeah, I've been enjoying that. Kind of surprised me. Look at this, Francis Manapul variant. That's like one of the old posters, you know, from is it the 30s or the 40s? You can imagine it as a movie poster. Bit of a weird design, but I like the colours. And another... I guess is it a Martin Simmons variant too? Yeah, worth a look if you like the original novel Dracula. Might be worth a look. Okay. This comic was leaked by Gray. No, it wasn't me. As I say, the pirate copy doesn't have the watermarks, mate. So the previews look good for it. As I say, it's different style of art, but I like it. It's not as... Is it John Buscema? John Buscema? It's not as great as Roberto de la Torre's initial run. His art was so good. It was such a classic Conan style, but it is good. It's a different style to it. I would show you... I think I dumped it. The review copy I had it. I'll give you a brief look, even with a watermark, but let me check. Oops. Can I do that? No, I can't. Then that happens. Oh, dear me. What am I like? I know what to do. Go back to the studio. Stop sharing for a minute. Make Gray big. Make me big again. Let me have a quick look. I don't know if I can share this though. Sometimes it doesn't show them. Dare I do it? Do you want to have a little scope at the art? I mean, they do show preview pages, but yeah, let's see if it works. Okay, back to here. Now, this is a one-man show. It's a one-man operation. Get into trouble by Titan. I need to go into properties here. Bear with me. Okay, it's not working. Try again. Now maybe it will. Oh, it's showing, it's showing. Let's see what you're saying in the chat. The best thing you can say about Tiny Onion is he has good artists. He's like a less depressing version of Tom King. Fear Monarch. Right? Do you want me to show you a little bit of the preview? Shall I do it? Shall I go crazy? Just a couple of pages. Oops, not that one. Oh my god. What am I doing? Make it bigger. Time is a thief, guys. Okay. Let me get grey out of the way. There we go, like this. How's this? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Just show you a little bit. So you can tell straight away it's different style, yeah. Doug Braithwaite is the artist. We start off with some shipboard action. It's really cool. I just want to show you the title page because it's awesome. I love that. Look at that. Thrice Marked for Death, Part 1, The Heist. Time is a thief. And once a spirit is taken, left in its wake, there is only emptiness. But it says here, Jim Zub is writing it. Welcome aboard, diabolical Doug Braithwaite as the artist. There we go. So that's it. Let's go back to the top. I show you the cover. What do you think? Bit weird with a watermark on, isn't it? But anyway. Okay. I'm back, it's me! Smaller than before. Michael's saying that Green Arrow and Flash are on my pull list. Alan Scott, Spidey Gang War, and Batman Beyond. Are you going for it? You're going to try the Spider-Man Gang War? Okay. Interesting. Let me see. I'm going to get rid of the, what do you call it? The Conan thing, and we'll talk some new releases coming up this week. Okay. Window capture. There we go. Okie dokie. Now, let's have a look for this week. We have the new issue of Detective Comics, Action Comics coming out. It's not long before Philip Kennedy Johnson is off that title. Is that right? I can't remember exactly what number, but it's been really good, the stories he's been writing. Let's see. Let's scroll down to the next few issues. Is it listed? Oh, there's an annual coming out. Okay, we've got... So this is issue 1059. Then we get 1060. I think that's the end of it. And then the annual, I guess, does that work as the kind of break between the new writer taking on? Let's have a look. Here we go. From issue 1061, so 1061, Jason Aaron takes over and writes Superman for the first time, joined by fan favourite artist John Timms. John Timms? I thought he was a British actor. Jason Aaron writes Superman. They're going to present a startling new vision of the Man of Steel's strangest foe. When Superman's doppelganger discovers a dark secret about himself, it unleashes the most dangerous version of Bizarro the world has ever seen. Okay, so it's going to be a Bizarro story, yeah? What do you think? What are your thoughts on Jason Aaron writing Superman? Because Philip Kennedy Johnson's been doing a really good job. I don't know. We'll see. Interesting, to say the least. I'll certainly be up for giving it a shot, giving it a try. Yo, Yashul, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Favorite characters? From when I was young, when I first got into comics, I started with Batman and Spider-Man and Daredevil. They were the three. And I'm kind of gravitated more to Batman. So I was reading the three Batman titles when they were coming out. There was Batman Detective Comics and also Legends of the Dark Knight, the original run. Because as you can tell, I'm old. This is like late 80s, early 90s. But these days, I don't know if I still have a favourite character. I went back to Spider-Man for a while. The current run just didn't really work. Batman has gone off. I've even dropped Batman. So yeah, at the moment, I'm finding a bit more enjoyment in indie books. Which is weird to admit. But yeah, I'm hearing the same thing from quite a few people. It is strange. Fairmonic saying that I think Conan is worth the $4 easy. Definitely. When it comes out Wednesday, I think I will be grabbing a copy. But as you know, where I am, I can't get physical in Japan. In the little town I live in, I can get physical copies of the main titles, the big titles. Like they'll have Detective Comics, they'll have Spider-Man, that kind of thing. But it's rare that they get even Image Comics. They get the Spawn titles. They get some of them in. Yeah, the crazy prices over here with import tax and shipping as well. It's crazy. Anyway. Okay, back to this week. Look at this top row. I haven't got any on my pull list. I say I'm curious about Action Comics because I've been enjoying the Philip Kennedy Johnson story. Green Arrow, I don't know, kind of dropped out of that. The Flash issue 3's out. That last issue was really hard work to get through. Really hard. Scroll down to the next row. Predator vs. Wolverine. I think I'm reviewing that with Jim, hopefully, this week. The last issue was good, so looking forward to that. Captain America issue 3 might be worth a look. Although the last issue, I don't know, wasn't really that great. The Penguin, not reading it. And then here we got, this is that one I was talking about, X-Men Blue Origins issue 1. That crazy, okay, you have to buy this issue to get the story of Kurt Wagner and Mystique. It was so weird how they did that. And it's $5.99. It's a typical Marvel, isn't it? $5.99. Only 3 variants for a change, 3 variant covers. They're selling it on this. It's the definitive Nightcrawler origin story. This is the one you can't miss. True believer. You think you know how the beloved Blue Devil came into this troubled world? You think you know the tale of his mendacious mama, Mystique? You don't. Mother and son reunite in a mold-shattering tale that exposes secrets held for decades and redefines both characters forever. A collector's item in the making, says Marvel, trying to get you to buy it. Yo, MG's in the chat. Good to see you, man. Good morning, good evening from Japan. It's Monday, 8:40 p.m. here on a cool, rainy night. Yeah, Shield, good, mate. I'm good. 50-50 with Aaron on Action. His Avengers run was terrible, but I don't personally believe he woke up one day and decided to ruin Punisher. Yeah, I didn't enjoy his Punisher one either. And I didn't read Avengers, but I heard, again, very mixed things about it. MG, Conan, and Something is Killing the Children are the only titles on my docket this week. Okay, are you still reading that? I didn't know. Something is Killing the Children. Is it still good? Is it worth a look? The new artist is Doug Braithwaite on Conan. It's just for this new story arc. I don't know if it's 3 or 4 issues, so we'll see how it goes. But I liked it. It's a different style to De La Torre, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, let's get back to that. Yeah, X-Men Blue Origins. That was so weird. Okay, I'm scrolling down, 3rd row. Here's what Michael was talking about. The Amazing Spider-Man, Gang War, First Strike, Issue 1. Let's see what they're saying about this. It's a prelude. Oh, it's another prelude. Prelude to Gang War. We've had about 20 so far. The super crime landscape of New York has been on edge. This issue, they jump over that edge. What incites the war? Who hired Shotgun and took out Tombstone? What, if anything, can Spider-Man do about it? Does anybody care? Everything you need to know before Gang War officially kicks off next month is in this issue. I don't reckon there'll be anything essential in this. But yeah, this is what I was enjoying about the very beginning of Zeb Wells' controversial run, is it had Spidey with the street level villains, Spidey versus Tombstone. It was good. It was pretty good. Well, it was all right. It was a lot better than the later stuff. So maybe tempted. Maybe. How many variants are there? Only 3. What's happened to Marvel? Look at all these characters though listed. Spidey, Beetle, Black Mariah, Crime Master V, Diamondback, Hammerhead, Hobgoblin, Mr. Negative. We also have Owl, Shang-Chi, Shotgun, Slide, Miles Morales, Tombstone, and Yulan. Not Mulan, Yulan. Okay. Zeb Wells writing that. And Cody Ziegler. Okay. $5.99, folks. $5.99. Ah dear. Marvel Comics. Don't know what to say. You've been enjoying indies too, have you? Okay. Good to hear that, yeah. Nemesis Reloaded or Ambassadors. I preferred Nemesis Reloaded, and then Big Game, loved it. Also, big fan of Magic Order. Nightclub was a lot of fun. Recommend those. Age of Khonshu got Aaron on my shit list. It says Theomonic. Oh, Jesus. I didn't read it, mate. I heard about it, that's all. MG, Something is Killing the Children issues have been alternating between 2 pages of moving the story forward and awesome issues. Okay, I'm likely going to finish the run, but not super happy with how it's progressing overall. Okay. Is it up to 36? Wow. That is a common criticism, isn't it, for James, for Tiny Onion. Department of Truth was beautiful to look at and twisted, but it was just going nowhere. It kind of like... It started well, started excitingly, and got kind of bogged down in backstory, and yeah, I dropped it a while back. It's not $5.99 if you don't buy it. I agree, MG. Tiny Onion has got fantastic concepts, but poor execution. I would agree. Okay, we also have Green Lantern, Alan Scott, issue 2. For anyone who's interested in that, that's the one by the writer who told people not to buy it. Spider-Woman issue 1. Spider-Woman. And it's a Gang War tie-in. No way. Are they relaunching Spider-Woman? Oh, let's have a look. Who is writing that? Steve Fox. Artist Carola Borelli. Carola Borelli. Gang War First Strike. The Web of Destiny restored Spider-Woman's life. But even Captain Marvel and Madam Web can tell something's changed. Oh my goodness. This sounds like a barrel of fun. Spider-Woman, Captain Marvel and Madam Web in the same issue. Now, Spider-Man wants to recruit her for a new team because Viper has engineered a deadly union between Hydra and Diamondback. It's about to tear the city apart, bringing forth a new foe powerful enough to destroy the city while burning Spider-Woman's world to the ground. Good grief. They don't do anything by halves, do they? It's always like the most powerful, deadly foe imaginable, burning down the city. Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, Viper, Diamondback, Captain Marvel. What do you think, folks? Are you interested? With it being an issue 1, it's $4.99. I don't know. Probably not. Something is Killing the Children. It's issue 35 that comes out on Wednesday. Wow. So still going at 35. Fair play to James Tinian, sorry, I know, I'm just being silly, Tiny Onion. Boom as well, Boom Comics. Wow. he does. He must have a decent fan base, mustn't he, to keep that? That's to keep going all this time, especially for an indie title. And then of course Conan issue 5, the new story starts. This I want to shout out, guys, because just for the old days, my brother used to buy the original Howard the Duck. Yeah, I mean the original, back in the late 70s. Always kind of like the character, but it's Chip Zdarsky doing this. Now I know he did it before. He did like a mini series of it a few years back. Chip Zdarsky, Joe Quinones and friends help Howard celebrate his 50th anniversary in this all-new one-shot. Meet Howard. He's a hard-boiled PI with problems by the duckload, but a cosmic all-seeing friend known as the Peeper is giving him a chance to see what his life could be, the joys he could have, all the ways his life could suck way less than it does now. In other words, what if? What if? Okay, what if? What do you think? Are you interested in Howard the Duck coming back for a one-shot? Could be fun. Could be decent. Could be terrible. Oh dear. I'm so cynical these days. I wonder why. And just a shout out, I won't be getting it, but there's a new Batman 89 miniseries starting. Echoes, issue 1. The last one, apart from the opening issue, which was pretty good, it just died a death and it went really off. It was a really poor story. I thought, just my opinion, written by Sam Hamm, the screenwriter of the Batman 89 movie. Joe Quinones again. No, that's twice I've seen his name. So he's doing the art on this as well. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. After Harvey Dent's crusade against Gotham and Batman, the Caped Crusaders disappeared without a trace. In his place, ordinary citizens have taken to the streets to root out crime. As innocents get hurt, the question on everyone's mind is the same. Where is the Batman? He's at home washing his tights. Sorry. Just quoting Jack Nicholson's Joker from the movie. Where's the Batman? Sam Hamm, screenwriter of the 1989 movie, and Joe Quinones reunite for another tale in Gotham. How many covers? There's one. Oh, one of 6 covers. There we go. Oh my god, there's a Riley Rossmo cardstock variant. Not too bad by his standards. A Batcycle McFarlane Toys action figure variant. A blank variant. Doug Braithwaite, he's busy this week with Conan as well. Cardstock variant. And, ooh, that's pretty sexy. Baldemar Rivas cardstock variant. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. That looks like the animated series style, doesn't it? Oh yeah. What a great series that was. Okay. How are we doing? How are we doing for time? Are we good? Are we good? I've missed you guys in the chat. Fearmonic Nightclub was fun. Yashdal's saying, I'm getting the Gotham War vibes from Gang War. Don't think it will be good. That is sad. It's sad to hear, mate. Yes. First Marvel movie. Says Michael. Howard the Duck. Watched the Howard the Duck movie as a kid and liked it, but I enjoyed most superhero movies when I was a kid. Me too, mate. Norinrad saying that I could see the MCU trying to make Howard popular again for a new show. Oh, yeah. Wouldn't be surprised. I wonder if they'll do an animated one. I'm surprised they brought back the same writer from the last 89 miniseries, the Batman one, yeah, Fearmonic, after how messy it was. Yeah, that was a right mess. Again, it started promisingly. The first issue was decent. Howard is absolutely going to try and be introduced as a family-friendly Deadpool. Yeah, probably. Wouldn't surprise me. And Riley Rossmo does great cover work. Yeah, that wasn't bad, was it? Okay, folks, let me just double check how we're doing. Let me get back to the stream. Get back, Gray. Stop sharing that. Before we wrap things up. It looks weird. I don't know. I look kind of weird in this. It's weird. I don't know what I'm talking about. Where are we going? So that's not shown, so I can check now. We're going for. It says we're going for 4 minutes. It's way behind on YouTube or the studio page. 45 minutes. That's time to call it. I usually go for about 40, 42 to 45. Yashil. Yeah, I feel like Howard the Duck and Deadpool would make a fun duo for a movie. That could be very cool. Yes, indeedy. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys and girls. And if you're watching on the replay, I really appreciate you watching this far. That's my shout outs for this week. Not lots to get excited about, but definitely don't miss Conan. Conan, issue 5 is a must-have, I would say. Definite pick up there. What else was really jumping out? Nothing. I say nothing else was jumping out for this week from me. If you're reading Detective Comics and Action Comics, they're both out. Something is Killing the Children was a shout out for MG and Fear Monarch, I think. Certainly MG was shouting it out. Predator vs. Wolverine might be worth a look because the last issue was decent, but $5.99 for that, $6. Captain America 3, if you're reading it. Penguin, but not interested. That Amazing Spider-Man Gang Warfare Strike, if you want to check that out. Firepower. Anyone reading Firepower, by the way? That's up to issue 29 after its break. Came back. It's coming back. There's also Local Man issue 7. I think Pops is enjoying that. He's been reading that. There's a Berserker Fallen Empire issue 1, it says, for $9.99. Mamma mia. And I knew there's one more. I might be checking out Hellboy. Hellboy, Giant Robot Hellboy issue 2. Yes, that might be worth a look. Mike Mignola and brilliant Duncan Fegredo on art. I think that was a recommendation from, it might have been Fear Monarch or Dwayne Muth, I'm not sure. Someone recommended that to me and it was really good. Definitely worth a look. And Dracula, that's got good art. Yes! There's a reprint of Beast Boy's first appearance in Doom Patrol. Oh! Nice one. Have a great day, have a great night, have a great week. I hope you enjoy your week this week. I'm looking forward to the weekend already. Crazy, right? We just got to the end of the start of the week, sorry. But yeah, hope to see you all in a future video. I'll drop the closer and say thank you so much for watching. See you in 7.